Almost every system you use requires you to be aware about authentication and authorization. Most of you may be knowing about it, but let me quickly explain what is authentication and authorization. They sound similar, but there is a difference between them. Probably all of us use bank ATM. So we go to a ATM and then there we first insert our card and it would ask us for verification of the PIN. That is where authentication comes in. So verification is happening here and it says who you are. Like means what I'm doing here, I am specifying my details to him, to this system, and that can be done by something like what I know, like PIN number. This is a method of authentication. I am authenticating by PIN number. This is what I know or what I remember or what I have. Sometimes even the physical card is considered as something in your possession. That means you are a valid user or you're a legitimate user, or what I, right? So in the sense, like you may have biometrics type of thing, and through biometrics, what you know, what you have, or what I am, based on that, you would be able to authenticate yourself. Authentication is ensuring you are the right user of the system. Like you log into your laptop, you provide a password, that is what you remember, that is your authentication. Once you log in, then you may have a administrative level access on the laptop or you may have a guest level access. That is defined by authorization, what you can do. Like in bank's case, you will be first authenticating by providing the PIN number into the ATM, and afterwards you would be authorized to perform some operation. Maybe this ATM has a limit of withdrawing only up to 500 pound, so you would be limited to 500 pound withdrawal provided your account also has sufficient balance like that. Or this ATM can only dispense money, you cannot deposit money into that. Or through this you can print a statement or up to only last 10 transaction. If you are a premium user or you are a business user, maybe you can print up to 40 transaction. So that will be your authorization, like how much cash you can withdraw, what operations you can perform, what kind of data you can see from it, what details you can change. That is all refers as authorization. So authentication verifies who you are and authorization gives you access to the system. Similar thing can happen when you are making a travel. So when you are traveling, you may be going through passport control. So you provide your passport to the verifying person. They check your passport. That gives information about you, who you are, name, photo, date of birth. So this is validating you are the right person. And now let's say you're going to a destination country which requires a visa. That visa is your authorization. What can you do in that country? Are you having just a transit visa? Or are you going there for as a tourist? Or you are allowed to work there? So depending on your visa condition, you would be able to perform those tasks. Like if you're a tourist, you cannot take a job, or if you are transiting, you may not be allowed to leave the airport. So that is what my authorization is. Along with these two terms, authenticate and authorization, a third term is also commonly used, but not everyone knows about it, and that is referred as accounting. So accounting, or people also referred as auditing. In most of these places, like if you are talking about the passport control, you would find a camera there. If you are talking about ATM, there would be a camera there. What this camera is doing, basically it is recording your activity. What if somebody else, instead of your name, instead of you remembered your password and came in, can we verify that? So yes, there is a recording, there is an audit trail by which we should be able to identify that type of thing. So that is why most of the time people talk about triple A. Triple A stand for authentication, authorization, and accounting, or you could call it audit. It purely depends on how you want to use it. So these three things will ensure that right users are there and they can perform the required task, plus there is a audit or there is a record of activities which they have performed. If I give this information into cloud AWS cloud format, then this two thing, authentication and authorization, is provided by a service in AWS which is called AWS IAM, Identity and Access Management. Check my free training where you can learn more about how IAM actually works. And when it comes to accounting or auditing, like what action this user performed or what action this service performed, that is done by a service which is called Cloud Trail. So Cloud Trail tells you who did what, that's all, and then who you are and what you can do. that is how we are able to use IAM for that service. So in any system, these three are important aspects of verifying a user, giving them permission, and keeping a track of activity which you have performed. So this summarizes this small series which I have hosted for ensuring that people coming from non-IT background can also learn about IT. Some of the concept I have explained, and if you want to get more details, check other training which I have offered. There are a lot of them free trainings. You should be able to learn a lot amount of information from it. And if you are looking to get a training, a paid one, reach out to me on my LinkedIn and I would be happy to share with you a discount code so that you can get a better price for the training. So hope you enjoyed this session and learned something new. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please let me know, and please do not forget to review this course on your platform. Thank you.